This is honestly something that I'm looking forward to. And if it doesn't happen this way, then there's no point to me. I guess it's because of the understanding that God has given me. But it seems to be so, it's such a thing now. Like, everyone's awakening or something. Okay, cool. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. Everyone's awakening. Okay? You have this lack. Then you have this abundance. Lack, abundance. How do you get from lack to abundance? And then you have people, teachers, I guess, that are trying to teach you how to get from lack to abundance. Well, you have to deal with those subconscious beliefs in you. Okay. All right. Here's where I'm in agreement. I believe it is your subconscious beliefs. But how are your subconscious beliefs formed? And this is where you're going to find your need for God. Because I think, because even if you were to get this, and this is going back to the whole thing, it's like, I don't want it this way. And time will tell. If him in me has been building on a crooked foundation. Because I've given my life to him. He's the responsible builder now. Sure, he has me do things, I'm in processes and things, but it's the things that don't make sense. It's the things that in the world would be despised as not getting anywhere. So it's got to be by faith. It's walking around the walls of Jericho. Eventually the walls come down. But you don't know they're going to come down until they come down. But faith takes them down. So time will tell with me whether I've been on the right path the whole time. But here's the path that I see that I don't want anything to do with. And this is where I feel like people are being deceived, because it's almost like you're in lack, you're in a dark place, and people in darkness are speculating on what abundance is. And then you may even say, oh no, it's love. It's not just this material thing. It's not just money. It's love. It's this compassion. It's joy. It's all those things. But like, you don't know what that is. I don't think that you know what that is. I don't know what that is. Yes, you may have felt it, this energy, right? This energy of compassion, love, and all these things. But that, if it just stays at an energy, what a pitiful, what a tragic life that is to me. Because I seem to have been shown something else. And it's the fascination of the Father. It's how the Father sees me. That doesn't have me end up being self-conceited. But seems to be this co-borrowing situation, this union, that what belongs to him belongs to me, but there has to be trust. And there will be distrust if I'm in a lack place believing lack about myself, and he is in an abundant place believing wholeness about me. But I can't. And this is what makes the dynamic of you needing God. And this is where you find the compassion of the Father, the understanding of the Father, the gentleness of the Father, the love of the Father that comes into the weak place that you are in and shows you that love that you've never experienced. That's more than an energy. Because if you're in a lack place dreaming about abundance, and then you have teachers that are saying this is what abundance is, I believe you're just chasing a carrot at the end of the string. Even if you get to the abundance, it won't really be that abundant. Because if it doesn't have him, what is it all for? What is it all for? If there's no union, and perhaps this is why there is the dynamic of Jesus, because you come to know of your need for Jesus. Maybe this was the Father's design. I don't know. I'm just thinking out loud. You come to know, because there has to be a dynamic. God meets people on the floor. And I know that this is a day and age where like there are shiny things everywhere. There are neon signs pointing to nowhere. You don't know they're pointing to nowhere because you've been mesmerized by the neon signs and what it promises you. But it's not actually rooted in anything. And I think the evidence of me being able to see it's not rooted in something is the time that has gone by where I see that, oh my God, I have something here. I have something here. And what I have is judging all of this other stuff that people are aiming at, the neon signs. And I'm like, oh, those are pointing nowhere. Because you want to know. You were made to know that you belong to him. And it doesn't really matter. I mean, you can call him the universe. I don't think it matters really, because he gets you to those places that you can't get yourself to. I like in AA where it's like the second step or something. It's like you come to know, right? And I've used that ever since, because I really like that, because it has it where God meets you where you are. And then you coming to know something is him bringing you deeper into revelation. Him bringing you deeper into understanding, right? He is of abundance. And you are too. But you don't know of this because you've been in darkness. You've been deceived to believe that you are lacking. But in order for you to see your need for God, you have to see that you need him to show you something new. See, the whole universe, new age thing, it puts it so much on the practices of the individuals involved. And God has a freedom that is for you and me that removes us from the realm of practicing anything. You will just be it. You will be it because you know it. And you will know it because he showed it to you. Because he invited you into the place that you could not get access to in your own strength. And you find, oh, there's an invitation for me when I have nothing. It's far more than just having positive vibes or something. So we'll see, right? We'll see. We'll see what happens. I'm invested in what God is doing in my life, but I'm seeing this become more of a thing. And it feels like a shortcut around the mountain of weakness. You must go through the mountain of weakness, or whatever. You must go through that valley of weakness for there to be trust built between you and God. This humility, that then where he will entrust you with much. But if he can't trust you with very much, he's not going to give you very much more, right? You know, that sort of thing. It's about him. It's about the relationship. The relationship is the abundance. And you can't bring yourself deeper into that. And you can't help but be like, well, if I can't do it, then how am I going to get it? He wants you. He wants you. He wants me. Right? He wants to set me free from the practices. The practices that we do that seem to be, no, we don't have to go around this mountain of weakness, meaning this place where we are unable to produce it in our own strength. We're going to go past this brick wall by leaning on practices. And these practices are going to make us perfect over time. And I'm like, well, what this is going to do is you're going to practice being a slave and an orphan in darkness. And you may be one who is more comfortable because you've been able to find some kind of self-reliance within yourself that you think you're being fueled by the universe or something. And I'm just like, even if you are, that shit kind of fucking sucks. And I'm saying that because he is showing me something better that takes you out of practices. But it's not, this is where it's not going to be this like a lottery ticket, you know? So everyone wants a lottery ticket. No, you have to go through the valley. You have to go through the valley. You have to meet your weakness. But then you meet the one who is so compassionate, understanding, and gentle and loving in your weakest places, the places where you need to be loved the most. And in those places, you'll be set free from everything. I don't like it. It bothers me. I think it's the heart of the Father that's just like, what good is it to inherit the whole world, to forfeit your soul? And to forfeit your soul is to have a life derived of practices that give you temporary fulfillment, feeling good. Oh, I was able to pull it within myself. I was able to practice this energy and always have something to look to. And people had neon signs pointing to nowhere, but they were in darkness just like I was in darkness. And you will have to meet that sobering reality, I feel like, where it's like God is the only one who can take you to abundance, because in relationship with the Father, that's what makes you abundant. In union with the Father, that is where abundance is. It is not found within self for the sake of self. Because that place is going to rely upon you. But when you are brought into a relationship with Him, then you are no longer self-reliant. So you are free from being self-reliant. Now you are relying on Him. Now there is freedom, independence. Now you are in the abundance.